Hello, this is Tim again. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to make a video on weldments, and I'm going to show you how to create some weldment drawings. Before I get into that, I just want to show you a few links. Um, Believe it or not, I actually helped design and build wind tunnels, and years ago, and you just have it's all welding. So I created welding drawings for a couple of years. This was a large wind tunnel I worked on quite a while ago, and you can see all of this channel here, square tubing, and it's just all welded. All the assembly was welding. So I did create quite a few. I created hundreds of welding drawings years ago. So um, before you get into this, I highly recommend going to YouTube and typing in welding fabrication basics. I show this to my class every year. There's a chap called the Pro Rancher, and he has maybe 3 or 4 videos. I would just show the first two, part one and part two. They're excellent, and there's no point in learning how to create drawings if you don't understand the basics of welding. I've done a tiny bit of welding, but that hasn't stopped me from creating lots of drawings. So I would watch these 2 videos. They're fantastic, and let's create some basic welding drawings. So um, I'm going to show you. Yeah, we're going to create this project. So this is just it's just a simple welding assembly drawing of something called a weldment. A weldment is a welding assembly. So what is this thing comprised of? It's comprised of some square tubing that is 2 inches by 2 inches. It's plain carbon steel, and you can see I have a piece there. I have a piece there. I have 3 large pieces, and then I have 1 reinforcing piece, is like an angular piece. These chaps here are called gussets, and they're for just to make it stronger. And then you have these end caps, and then so this is your isometric. You have your bill of materials with all the parts and the lengths. I have some instructions for a welder, and then these symbols here are called weldment symbols. In my opinion, when you're creating a weldment drawing, you just tell the welder, this is what I want, these are dimensions that I want an end plate here, I want a gusset there, and they're going to know better on how to assemble that. I just showed some basic weldment symbols. What this means is this is I feel like this is an all. I can't even remember what is it. It's an all, or the weldment. I'm drawing a blank now. What does this mean? Let me get back to that. That means this symbol here means I want you to weld all around it. The weldment size, I think it's called a fillet weld, is 0.125. Look, in my opinion, it just is to give the welders, this is exactly what I want. They will know best on how to weld it. If you give them really specific weldment symbols, I feel like they're going to that's backing them into a corner. It's best to listen to them, in my opinion. Yeah, so so anyway, let's do it. Um, and if anyone disagrees, put it in the comments. I'm kind of curious. My opinion is to like I said, I said it twice. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, how do we create this? Right. Let's go back. Let's create a new part. I'm going to right click here. I have my sheet metal tab open. I'm going to right click here. I'm going to go to Weldments, and I have it opened here. I'm going to create a 3D sketch, and let's start with there, and let's create a line right like so. Okay, I'm going to create another line, and I'm going to hit the tab key, and it says Y and Z, and I'm intentionally not locking into that origin. I'm going to click the line. Now I'm going to hold the control key. I'm going to click the origin, and I'm going to go midpoint. I get another line. So you can see there it's not going to draw out in this plane that I wanted. So what do I press? I press the tab key. So if you guys don't have a clue of 3D sketches, I've shown that before on my free form video, and we do splines. Okay, so let's go back here and have a look. It's 20 inches here. Okay, 20 and 21. And what is this length here? Did I put it in the drawing? Nope. That's a bit of a cock up. Number 3 is the length is, see, that's a damn it anyway. Why do I not have dimensions on that? Alright, I'm gonna have to pause this and figure this out. So I've drawn this before. I had to add it 15.75. Okay, so we'll go back and let's add this. Okay, 15.75. Alright, and then we have let's add this drawing in later. We'll worry about him later. Okay, so we'll exit out of the sketch. Now let's have a look at this. I'm assuming this center is this. Will we assume that this is the center, or will we assume that this is the corner? Let's go back here for 1 second, and I'm going to go structural member, and I'll open up ANSI inch. We'll go. This is a rectangular square tubing, and it's going to be 2 by 2. Okay. And I'm going to click this, and look what it does. It picks the center point. Now I'm going to see how that goes. That might work. Just bear with me. And if I click here again, if I go new group, and I click there, it makes a nice break. There is what I want. And then I go new group, and I click here, and I go OK. And I have my 3 main members. Now let me just check some of these dimensions here for a sec. So if I go and I go from you to you, I get a total distance of 22 inches. Is that what I want? See, it's 21 inches. Okay. Okay, we'll figure that out now in a second. 22 inches. Yeah, see, what has it done there? It's added. Okay. We want this total length to be 21, and I got 22. So what will I do? I'm going to take an inch off it. Make this 20. Yeah, why? It just added on this extra inch. Okay. So let's just check that again. I'm hitting, okay, 21 inches. I'm hitting the M key to measure. You might have to turn that on yourselves. That's 20. And then what did we say from the bottom? 15.75. So this is going to be 16.75. And what do we get? 16.75. So we go back to the 3D sketch, and we take an inch off it. 14.75. Okay, and I got that. So I'm after going a bit fast, I think. So we have 3 pieces of square tubing. I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to, no, let's not do that. Or should we? Let's right click here, and I'm going to put in an angular line like so. Now this was not dimension great. This 135. Let's put that in there anyway. 135. And what do I say? That's 9.78 on the edge to the edge, but that's not going to be right. 9.78. Okay. And I'm going to right click here, and we're going to create a new group. And I'm going to click on this, and it's going to work. Okay. That's not kind of what I want. So what did we do? I think we're going to have to rotate that. Now how do I rotate that? Down here, can I rotate that 45 degrees? I can, and that looks a little bit better. And I'm going to go OK. Now this is not going to be 9.78 in a million years. So I'm going to go from you, that, come on now, that line to that line. Now is it let's try that again. What happens if I just click on this line here? It's 8.95. Let me have a drink of this. How do I get that to be 9.78 if I wanted it 9.78? Let me just get rid of this guy for a second, or edit this and delete group 4. And we'll click on this front plane, and I'm going to create a sketch, and I'll draw a line from that good lad to that lad there. I may as well kind of talk about what my brain is telling me. The reality is this piece here is it's just to reinforce it. If this was 9 inches or whether it was 10 inches, it wouldn't matter a damn. It's there just to reinforce it. These 20, 21, 15.75, they're the critical dimensions. This, it doesn't really have a point, but that doesn't mean we can be sloppy. It says 9.78. I'll show you how to make it 9.78. If it was 9, if it was 10, if it was 7.5, it wouldn't matter a damn. You could put a big gusset, a big angle gusset in there to reinforce it. It wouldn't matter. But anyway, so let's make it. Let's see if I can make it 9.78, like the drawing. Now I'll get the 135, 135, and what will we do? We'll make this 9.78. Okay. Now this might be interesting. Is that bang in the center? I can't really see. Let's go back to the 3D sketch, and let's delete this line here. Okay. So right, I'm going to go to square tubing. I'm going to go groups, and let's click on this. This is actually kind of nice because it's going to force me to trim it. That works well, and because this is a separate structural member, it doesn't have any kind of relationships to this and to this. So this is what you get. Now what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to trim it or extend it. Now what is it? Trim, extend. Bodies to be trimmed. This shows you how easy this is. I'm going to click here, and the trimming boundary, I can pick face is there. Look at that, beautiful. And I might have to do it as a separate one. No, I can do them as two. Solidworks is beautiful sometimes. You know, and that's what you're left with. Okay. What's this? It's not 9.78. Okay, now watch this. We're going to go back to tube end, and instead of this going in the center, I'm going to have to come down here, locate profile, and what we'll do is we'll pick this top point, and then I'm going to go okay. And what it do is it will do that trim operation, and let's measure it. 9.78. So we got what we wanted. So there's a couple of different ways there. I could have done it all just within that square tubing, and it would have cut it and got it ready. Because I did it in a separate second tube, I had to do the trim and the extend, but definitely practice these features there. So that's that. Now what's next? Let's save it. We'll call it Weldment Project 1. Okay, so what's next? Let's add the gussets. Install gussets approximately mid-plane, and they're 2 inch by 2 inch. They're 1/4 inch thick. So what do we do here? Is it that one there? Chamfer hole wizard? No, gusset. And I'll click this face and that face, and it puts in a little gusset right in the center. And we make a 2 by 2, and we put a thickness. Now it centers it and everything. And let's go okay. We have a gusset. Now I think it's called a fillet weldment. A fillet welding. Let me check here for a second. Fillet weld symbol. Yeah, that's it. It's a fillet weld symbol is what we're looking at for there. And I'll do it round the other side. I'll go gusset. And I'll go there like that. Okay, we have the two gussets in, and what's next? We have the gussets end caps. So the trick is with the end caps is if they're, what are they? They're a quarter of an inch thick. If I want to keep this dimension at 20 inches. Okay, so you'll see what I mean now in a sec. So excuse me for a sec. End cap. Okay, so I'll click this face and look at it, puts it in. I'll say I want chamfers. I don't want fillet. Chamfers will do the job. And look what it's doing. It's adding a quarter of an inch outward. I want that to be inward. No, we don't want that. We want that. No, we don't want it to be internal. Is that going to take? It should take. It should cut that as well. Can I click here? Now it looks like in this example I didn't put one up the front, so that's fair enough. Did I put one on the top? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, there's one on the top, so there's only 3 of them. So I'll click there and let's have a look. What it should do is it should trim that square tubing and then put the cap there, which it does. Lovely. So it automatically trimmed that. Now, if you want to show off, you can add weldments and things. The word I've been trying to think the whole time is a bead. You can add beads. I think it's overkill myself, but I'll show you how to do it. It's kind of this is kind of nice. You like this. A weld path, and you can see that the bead sides. I think it's 0.125, an eighth of an inch. And what I can do is I can actually smart weld selection to it. What I can do is I can pretend I'm welding here like this. See this? And what it will do is it'll pick that up, and I think I can do it there as well, and it picks that up, and I can pretend or maybe this isn't what they were aiming for, but I'd like to think it. There, and what I'll do is I'll go okay. Is there anything there? And what it does is it just highlights it. You actually used to put in a weld before. That's kind of disappointing. That's a waste of time. Get rid of that. Why isn't that coming up? Tools, options, document properties, annotations. No, detailing. Weld is on there. Display filter. Why isn't it coming up? All right, let's go view, hide, show, weld bead. Ah, yeah. Now we're talking. It's the little things. Let's turn off those weld symbols though. Can we have the weld symbols, annotations? Anyway, that's, you can see where the weld beads are. Look, did I put them in the drawing? I'm not a big fan of those. Can I hide them? Anyway, can I delete them? Cannot delete weld symbols. It is attached to the weld feature. What happens if I go here? Weldment, weld folder, fillet weld, properties, weld bead 1, hide. That just hides it. Okay, show, weld bead 1. Anyway, I'll let you guys figure that out. So anyway, there's your look. There's your weld beads. Right, let's do it again for another one. That's I like that. That picked it up pretty good. And what about here? Is it going to pick that up? Very nice. Look at that, lovely. And we'll get this last bit here, and we'll go okay. Yeah, that does the job. And I don't know if we're going to be able to, if you're going to be able to fill this all in. There it has that. What about this? Can we get in there? Oh, I'd be impressed now if this works. That's too. It's too big of a gap. Okay, what happens here? Oh, fancy, fancy. Oh, look at that. I think this is too big of a gap, but yeah, they would just fill that with weld. Look at that. Very nice. Look, I'm gonna put this in. I don't know why that's why this isn't showing, but it has to show it here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing this. Just we may as well do it the first time. We may as well just do it. Just to be clear, I do think this is overkill. You know, but it you know, the welders you work with might like it. I have no idea. Come on now. This is the last one I'll do. I think you guys get the picture. Alright, so there's that. We have our weldment. I'm going to save it. And now we create the drawing. So I'll just close that down. So what is it? It's 2 sheets. We'll go new drawing. I'm going to go ANSI B landscape. Let's edit the sheet. I'm going to highlight all of this junk here. I'll trim it. Okay, I'm going to copy. I'll hit Control C, Control V, and I'll put this after the sheet. And now we have 2 of them. Let's rename the sheet 2. Okay, and so let's go to sheet 1. Let's go to Model View, Weldment Project. Let's have a look at it. We have an isometric there, and then we have, let's go Preview. It's too small. Let's try 1:5. That might work. 1:5, and then we'll put that there. That looks good. And we'll do a projected view from here. Let's make that. We'll do 1:4. Let's put him here. Let's. Alright, what's going on? I'm going to turn off these sketches so we can't see them. I like that. That's good. Let's put him there. Right. So what we have this. This is called a Weldments table. So I haven't done one of these in a while. So let's see if we can do it here. Insert tables, Weldment cut list. I click on the Weldment and I'm going to go OK, and I'm just going to put this in right there, just like that. The nice thing about this is, and I'm just going to put in the balloons just really quickly first. Can I auto balloon it? No, I don't like that. Take your time. Okay, what else do we have? Five. Let's just do that there, and we'll do another one here. Can't pick it up. Let's try it again. Okay, let's move this over a little bit. Now I want to, for whatever reason, I want to turn on the colors. I like it. And here, so what was the total length of this? It was 20, right? So this bottom piece is number 1, and this is the length from there to there is 20. So why is it saying 19.5 there? The reason why it's saying 19.5 are these are the lengths the person, the machinist or the welder is going to get a long piece of that. He's going to bring it to an angle grinder or some sort of a bandsaw, and he'll just cut it like that. The length that we need is 19.5. When you add the 2/4 of an inch end plates on the end of it, what does it add up to? 20. So these are the instructions to the welder. Now, let's go here for a second. So item number 5 is what? Item number 6 is the end caps. So why aren't they there? So we can double click on this. Will it? This is a pain in the arse. Can I insert? No. So where is it getting this information from? Why can't I get in there and manually edit? I'm gonna have to think about this. Formatting, no. Tables, no. Why can't I get in there and change that? I need to change something in here. Item number 6. Yeah, this is I'm gonna have to pause this and think about this for a second. Okay, so I think I figured this next part out. I'm being anal and I want this to say, like, item number 5 is these gussets, and item number 6 is the end plates, and of course it's blank. We should be able to double click in here and edit that bloody thing, but it won't let me do it. That's fine. This table links back to this assembly. Okay, now I want you to watch something and look where it says tube square. Remember this description. I'm going to right click here and I'm going to go open part. And I was looking at this and I was saying, where the hell am I going to find this? Where am I going to find that information? And there's a little tab there called cut list. Let's open that up and you can see the same words right there. I'm going to right click on this and I want to double click on it. No, that does nothing. What about here? If I right click there and click on properties, you can see here are the cut list properties. And you can see here, and give me 1 second now, I'm thinking on my feet. If you can see here, you can see the tube here. This item, or this part of the cut list, you see the word description, and then it's a type text, and then it has this madness. Don't worry about this. It says tube square evaluated value. Okay. But we have nothing here. Cut list item 6. Now what is this? This is the gusset. So what I'm going to do here, now this is, it's a bit backwards, but I'm going to type, what are we going to do? We're going to type in description, if I can spell it, and we're going to go evaluated value, and I'm going to go gusset. What are we going to do? 2 by 2, and then I'm going to go 0.25 inch thick, and I'm going to go OK. And I'm going to go back, press Control Tab to go back here, and there it is there. Okay, so a bit backwards. So let's do it again. Let's go open part. Where do we go? We go into cut list. We double click here. We go properties. We have to add our own property name called description, and you have to spell it right, which can be tough. And what are we going to do? We're going to type this in as end cap. 0.25 inch thick C sheet 2, and I'll go OK, and I'll save that, and we close it down, and it says right end cap. Okay, C sheet 2. Now where are we going here for a second? So what are we missing here? We have that. We have the table. Let's just highlight this, and we'll add it in, and we'll drop this down a little bit, and we'll go note. Lovely job. And let me just look at this drawing. Why didn't I add all these dimensions here? I think I could have packed all this in one drawing, but look. Let's add some of these Weldment shapes just to practice. Where is it? Weldment symbol. ISO Weldment symbol, right? Let's have a go here. Let's go Tools, Options, Document Properties, and let's type in ANSI. And let's try that again. Here we go. I'm going to hit the word around, and that adds a circle. I'm going to go a fillet weld, and I'm going to make this 0.125. Look, honestly, I don't know what I'm doing here. But that is a very, very common Weldment symbol. I can move that, or I can move that over here, there, like that. Don't. Yeah, this means weld all around. That is the size of the bead, and this is the symbol for a fillet weld. My advice is I wouldn't even put them in. What you could do is you could get sheet 1 and sheet 2 done without any Weldment symbols. My advice is to go to the welder in the company and say, John or Mary, I'd like you to make this. What symbols do you need? Do you need any extra symbols? What's missing? They will tell you. Treat the machinists, the welders, the technicians with respect, because develop a good relationship with them. They know what they're doing, and you don't. The other thing I would say is, let's say you're getting this sent out for quote. A good company will tell you. A good company will say, look, we don't need any. Just say, I want this made the most economical way possible. They might give you some instructions on what to do to add to the drawing. That a good company would do that. A bad company will start pestering you for specifics, because they're going to find out that you maybe don't know a whole lot, and they're going to take advantage of that. I would move on to a different company, and that's it. So I'm not even going to put this in. Let's move to sheet number 2, or let's finish our title block, and we'll call this Weldment project number 1. We'll call this, the drawing number is going to be 1/001/27 2016-001. We'll make it a bit smaller. Okay, it's going to be a revision A, and you guys that are in my class, you're going to go Anna Rundle C. It's drawn by, don't put my name in like half you do. And what was the date? 1/27/2016. That's a bit small. Okay, you can add the logo somewhere. Move this up and maybe add the logo over here, or you can move these notes down. You're probably asking yourself, what are the point of those? I don't know. Let's see if we can fit this in one drawing. That might be the right thing to do. There's very few dimensions. So we got the overall dimensions. Oh yeah, we're showing off here though. I don't know. Let's have a look. When in doubt, add another dimension. Don't worry about adding too many dimensions. This has been a right pain. That's it. Oh my god, it's one of those days. Why is that being a pain to select? There you go. Yeah. Okay, we got the 21. Got the 19. What else? Got the 20. We got the 21. We got the 19. We can put in a center line. No, that's not what I want. that. What else can we do? We can put in a 2 here. That looks nice. Alright, so what else are we missing? Do we have everything there? That looks good. We're missing the detailed drawings. You're going to like this, and this is kind of important. So we're going to put the gussets and the end caps over there. We're just going to have one drawing. So, right, what do? We're going to go to View Layout, Model View. Now I forget how to do this. Now let me think. We just want one part. Now I forget how to do this. We just want the one bit of it. Okay. The Weldment project. Now what happens if we go there? Reference configuration. No, select bodies. There you go. And let's select just this. And let's go OK. And let's. Oh, I like that. Okay. Let's make this a bit bigger. Can we make it 1:1? Too big. 1:2. That'll do the job. And we'll just go projected view, and then let's go model view, Weldment project, select bodies. We want just this guy. What do we do? Make it 1:2. And look, the reality is no machinist, no welder's going to pay attention to this. They're just going to see that this is a gusset. They need to know that it's 2x2, and they will center it. They will do all of this. I don't know. We can go overkill, and let's put it in. Look. Come on now. There you go. That's good. Right, what do? We said gusset. Now we've got to go back and we've got to fix this because there's no sheet 2 anymore. We'll right click here, we'll go delete, and right, what are we doing? We're going to go here, open, edit this, properties, and let's delete all of that and go OK. Let's save it. And let's just put these dimensions in. Right, chamfer dimension. Okay. Now did I go end cap gusset? Okay, watch this. Let's drop this down. Let's move him over. Let's move him up. I don't say this enough, but have hopefully someday you're going to be charging $50 an hour or something for engineering design work, or some for Solidworks drafting. When you're charging that sort of money, or 30 or whatever, you need to have some pride in your work. You need some attention to detail. Making the models is fun. Creating the drawings is horrible. You just have to have some discipline. You know, so make your drawings pretty. So see, what are we doing here? This is gusset times 2. I'm just hitting Control C, Control V, end cap. Gusset times 2, end cap times 2. I think that's everything that person would need to make that Weldments. If anyone has a good opinion on the Weldments, the symbols, you know, I'm curious to hear other people's opinion. You know, so that's it. What are you going to do? You're going to save it as your drawing. I want you to save it as a PDF. Email me or don't email me. Upload it to Canvas, and I'll give you your grade. So that's the first project. Let's get out of here. What are you going to do for homework? It's going to be this table. You're going to do this Weldment here. Pretty interesting enough. Do not. I'm going to make a video for it. Do not look at the video. I want you to at least give it a good try. If you're just following me step by step, if you've done video number 1, you should have no problems with this. If you're just following me step by step, you're wasting your time. You want to apply now what I've shown you. So I'll make a video now in about 5 minutes. Hey, let's look at the homework here. Your homework for the Weldments class, your first Weldments class, is this table. This is a little bit different than what's in your book. I'm going to upload it to Canvas, but I forgot to include these overall dimensions. So hopefully I'll explain this in class. But what I had done is I had just given a front and a top without any dimensions, and you were supposed to figure it out from here and here, which is just stupid. So I've added I've added these dimensions. What I'd like you to do is write these dimensions down, and you should be able to try and do this yourself. If you're running into you will learn more by trying to attempt it yourself, so I would do that. What we'll do is we're going to create the part, and then once the part is done, I think we should try and pack this into one drawing like we did before. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's create a new part. I'll create it on the top plane, and no, do you know what I'm going to do is let's slow down here a little bit, and let's create a 3D sketch. And what I'm going to do is look, I can just get a let's get a center rectangle is what I want. That's the wrong plane, so let's press tab. No, can I get a, why is it, can I do this? There we go. Lovely. And what do we get here? This is my second time doing this. I realized that I messed up, so hopefully I'm not going to go, I'm trying not to go too fast. 32, 27, okay. Now why is that if I grab that, what does it do? It tilts it. What can I do then? What can I do? I need to make that this is along the Z. Would that help? Probably not. Can I put these 2 points along the Z? What happens if I turn on this plane and I click on these points and I go on plane? It goes black. Okay, that's good. Alright, look, I wouldn't get bogged down either. I just want a square that's 27 by 32. Don't get bogged down if it's not working out. What do? I want to press the tab key. See, I'm making the same mistake again. They're over a little bit, so it's over 4. So let's try that again. Okay, now what will I do now? I'm going to grab all of these and we'll make them equal to one another, and I'll go from this line to this point. We'll make that 4, and I'm going to click on this point and this point, and it's along the Z. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have a brain fart when it comes to these along X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to lie. If you it's highlighting along Z. So if I click on that, well, you kind of see that it's along the Z. That just doesn't make sense to me, but it works. So go with it. And we go from that line to that point. We'll put in the 4, and we'll do the same. It's going to be along the Z. Excuse me. Now, we have the 32, we have the 27. I'm going to put in the 14, but I think that might change. Let's just put it in for now. And it all goes black. Okay. Alright, I exit out of the sketch, and just let me blow my nose here just for 1 second here. It's alright. It's the middle of January, and I've about 3 feet of snow outside, and I'm a bit sick. So I click on structural member. Now watch this. This is something new. I'm going to click on 1, and you would typically go a new group. What you're going to do is you're going to, this is all going to be the same group. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to click there, and I'm going to click there. Now it's done a corner joint because I have it selected there. An end miter, sorry, an end miter, an end butt 2. Let's call a miter joint, 45 degrees. Now, hopefully you're aware now that if I go OK, and I can go OK anywhere, and you can see now that if I measure this, and I go from there to there, what is it? It's 34 inches. Now let's go back here for a second. It needs to be 32. So what do? I'm going to go back, I'm going to edit the feature, and what do? You're going to go down here to locate profile, and instead of it running along the center of the weldment, you're going to click this edge, and it should fix it all. And now the weldment is on the interior of the edge, and I'll go OK. Now let's think about this. That's that part. Now let's think about the legs. The legs need to be 14, and I know that this is an inch, so we need to make this 15. And what happens if I go back here and I go, and if I want to add a new one, it's going to do something funky. Now, is it even going to let me select it? No. I'm going to go new group, and I'm going to pick this. Look at that, lovely, and look how it trims it and everything. And I'll go. I can't go here again. Can I do that? It does it again. No, okay, yeah, that works. And we'll do it again. Now you could probably create new groups for all of those. I don't think it matters. And I'm going to go OK. Now what's wrong there? Can you see what's wrong? Okay, is that what we want? No. So let's go back. Let's go to group number 2 and go to locate profile. And I'm going to click this point there, and I'm going to go OK. And does it just fix them all or just one? Aha. It fixed those 2 but not those 2. So what are we going to do? Hopefully, see if I change that locate profile, I'm going to have to delete these 2. These have to be on a separate group. This is why we have separate groups. And I'm going to create a new group. And then I'll pick that, and I'll pick that, and I'll look at them, and they're in the center. And I'll go, no, you're going to have a different profile or center point. I think I just bollocks that up now. Let's try it again. Let's delete group 2. I'm going to delete this line, and I'm going to delete that line, and I'm going to go new group, and I'm going to click this, and I'm going to click this, and I'll take my time, and I'm going to go locate profile. And does it move it over? on both of them. Yeah, and I have a look. I have a feeling you're going to need help with that. That there's a bit of playing around with that. So you'd be doing well to figure this out. I'll be impressed if you can figure this out yourself. Um, so we have the four legs, and we need the angle. Number four is the 9.78. So what do we do? I want to put that in the 3D sketch. It's going to be a lot easier. That's going to be hard though to get that dimension to work out. I don't think you can mirror Weldments. Do you know? But I honestly don't know. Um, so what happens if I go from there to there? Let's make that 45. And then let's get a dimension. We'll say 9.78, but it'll be wrong. 9 point. Let's make it 10. We're going to make it 10. Now, what do I want to do? I want to go like this point to there. I'm going to make along Z. I'm going to make this point and this point along Z. Does it make that black? It does. Let's make this and this and this equal. We'll make this to there 45. That goes black, and we'll make that point to there along Z, and we have all of that, and we'll go OK. I'm not going to lie, I don't care about this this 9.78. It's just there to reinforce it. Okay, if you want to get hardcore, you can try and figure out that dimension. It's probably going to be a little bit different, but I wouldn't worry about it. So we have that. I'm going to go new group, and let's get this. And I think each of these are going to probably have to be separate groups, so we can try. That's not going to work. That's going to have to be a separate group. So it's going to be we'll do one at a time. Now, so what do we want to do? You can. I'm guessing we're going to rotate this 45 degrees, and we're there. So what do we want to do? Now I want to locate profile. So I'm guessing this point here. That doesn't look. Does it look right? Yeah, that'll work. Or we can do this. I can locate that profile there, and it's a bit longer. Okay, that's what we will do. Okay, that's just fine, just like that. So you're gonna have to pay attention and get that. And that looks dead on. Okay, so new group. I'm gonna select this. Okay, it's going to be rotated the wrong way, so we're going to have to change this to be 45. And then we're going to locate profile, and we're going to click this point here. Alright, we're going to look at this from the side. That's good. It's going to trim itself, don't worry about it. We're going to go new group. Click this. We need to rotate it 45. That doesn't look right. What's going on? Wrong bullshit thing I don't have to do, and I'm after losing my work. Fantastic. Alright, let's try this again. I think you get the point, so I'm going to do it quickly. There might be a better way of doing it than this, but look, it works. We'll get it to work. Now, okay, let's just get one. Let's just get one in there, and let's see if we can mirror it over, because I'm getting lazy. It's this tube here. Now, if I go here to features and I go mirror, can I mirror it across this center plane? Ah, look at that, beautiful. Oh yes, I love when things go easy. All right, that one there. We'll mirror these two across that. So we'll go mirror, not that. We'll mirror it. Yeah, we had it right. Mirror face plane will be the right. This is now. Hold on. I want to. This is an important point. Are you starting to realize why we draw stuff in the center why the origin is in the center. Think about this now. This is why I've always tried to get things symmetrical and centered. This is why. It makes life easier when you're mirroring it. Okay. Now, we got that. The right thing to do, okay, we got this. I've put some gussets in here. That's complete overkill, but we'll put them in. It's in the drawing. What else are we missing? Gussets, 4 gussets, and some end plates. So we'll draw the end plates in a sec. Now, what size are the gussets? 3 by 3¼ of an inch thick. Okay, we'll make this 3. We'll make that 3. It's in the center. There to there. Hit the pin. If you haven't watched those welding fabrication basics, would do yourself a favour and watch them. I think they're very good. You'll learn some terminology. Right, so we have this. In this example, you can put in the Weldment symbols. If I think it would be good, you should put it in. I'm not going to do it because I'm too lazy. I don't think it's needed. But put them in if you want to. What's next? We have the end plates. Now I'm going to draw the Weldment feet with the 2 holes to bolt it into the ground. So it looks like they're pointing out from the center. So I'm going to create a sketch on here, and I know they're 1/2 inch because I remember that. I'm going to get a corner rectangle, something like that. Okay, I'm going to draw one and we're just going to mirror it around. And what sort of dimensions do I want? 4.75 by 4. Let's put a center line in. We'll make it symmetrical. And let's have a look. I don't know if I have that centered on there. Do I have any dimensions? See, that's bad form again. I need to be slapped. I'm missing dimensions here. Okay, bad form. All right. We'll go from there to there. We'll make this 1 inch. That'll be centered, and we have the 2 holes. Now what are they? 1.75. Okay. Equal. We'll make this and this and this symmetrical. What is it? 1 inch from either end. From there to there, it's going to be 1 inch, and then from there to there, it's going to be 0.75. Goes black. Let's exit out of it. Is there any chamfers or anything on, or it's just straight? Okay, it's just straight. Let's go extrude. We'll select our sketch here. We'll make this 0.5, and we got that. Okay, we have our feet. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to drag these mirrors all the way down to the bottom. Watch what I'm doing here. Drag them all the way down, and I probably have it on the wrong side. Yeah. Can I mirror this guy across that? Oh, I love it. That'll do the job. And then I can mirror these 2 across there, and that will work too. So do you see how this feature, I'm using the word hierarchy, but it's not right. But basically I had to drag the mirrors underneath of the boss in order to use the boss. That's some kind of higher level stuff, so that's probably going to confuse the shit out of you. Anyway, we'll hide that, and we have the feet. What else are we missing? It's time to create the drawing. Okay, so I'll save this, and look, humor me and use this weld bead symbol and add that in, and it'll look nice. This is just a typical Weldment table or Weldment structure. If you understand everything that's going on there, if you really understand it, how you can have different groupings and how you can rotate and how you can locate the origin or the center and the trimming, you're in good shape. Okay, let's save this as we'll save it to the desktop. Weldment 1 homework project. So let's work on the drawing. I'm going to try and put all of this on one sheet. Okay, so this is our part. Hopefully I'm not missing anything there. And let's create a new drawing. Just humor me for 1 second. I'm just going to delete all of this. Okay. Alright, we have our title block fixed. Model view. So what do we want? Turn on preview. That's good. We can make these bigger. Is that what I want? Let's have a look. Yeah, I haven't used an isometric on there, but I'll keep it isometric. It'll be okay. Let's turn on the color and let's make these guys a bit bigger. We'll go 1:8. 1:8. Okay, and let's start with the notes. Instructions for welder. I'm going to just highlight this. Annotation note. Let's make it a bit bigger. Lovely. That looks good. Okay. Right. What's next? Insert. Tables. Weldment cut list. I'm just going to go OK. Yeah, let's drag this over. Come on now. And let's lock it in. There you go. Good lad. Alright, I'm going to put in the balloons. Take your time. Have a bit of attention to detail. You don't have to do it exactly like me, but you know, just make sure the balloons aren't crossing. Line them up whenever you can. Anyway, that's it. Okay, we got that. Now what's number 5? Number 5 are the gussets, and number 6, what's number 6? The end caps. So what do? We right click here, and we're going to go to cut list. We're going to come down to cut list. That's the gussets. I can see because it's highlighted. I'm going to go to properties. I'm going to type in description. We'll call it text. Now what are we going to do? Gussets by 4 places, and in brackets we'll go 3 by 3 by 0.25, and I'll go OK. And then I'm going to right click here, properties, description, text, and we're going to call this end feet. Just let's call it end feet. That's good enough. We're going to press Control Tab to go back, and it's all updated. I love it. Let's just watch the. I don't like how that's 11.17. Yeah, that's kind of a pain. Okay, let's put in some dimensions. Now, tools, options, document properties. Let's change this to be ANSI. You guys in Europe or Asia or Africa or wherever, Mongolia, Ireland, leave it as ISO. That's what you're used to. You just have to get, you know, I'm just used to drafting in ANSI for so long now. 27. Let's get. What else do we need? We can, you know, if you want to, you can put the inner dimensions. What else do we need here? The very bottom to the top. Stop. I don't know why it's such a pain picking up lines sometimes. What a pain. Alright, 16.5. We got the 14. When in doubt, add more dimensions. Alright, watch this. I like that. Okay. We'll put an angle in. 45. What could we do? Could we call these a miter joints? We could put in a note. 4 times miter joints. Okay, 32. We got the heights. We know that it's 2 inches, 27, 32. What else are we missing here? Excuse me. We'll put in a center line there, and I'm just going to go from the center line out. Put the 4 inches in. Just go okay. Alright, what else do we need? We need to know the positions of that here. So what we could do is this detail view. That'll do the job. Let's put him over there. I'm going to turn on the hidden lines, and watch this. Come on now. That'll do. Center line, I'll go from there to there, so the 2, that'll be good too. Let's move him over. Let's put in, let's go from there to there. I love it. Now, what's going on with the 1? That'll do. 1 centered. That's all we need. Is that all we need? Nope, we're missing 1 dimension. So from there to there. Right, that's our detail view. What are we missing? Anything? Are we missing anything? You'll figure it out. Fix your title block. Don't give me a half-assed title block, or be taking off points. That's it. I'll see you next week.